Okay, I moved the camera just for a little change of view for you guys. Last two little truths of my top 10, everything I needed to learn about a new life, post-weight loss surgery, I learned in the last year, basically, is this little series I've done, because today is my surgery. Number 9, community matters. No man is an island. I love weight loss surgery YouTube and Facebook community. I cannot begin to guess where I would have been in the last year without that incredible human experience / technological resource. Our library, as it were, our library of human insight and experience, and factual insight too. Encouragement. What are we if not human and need of encouragement? I can't imagine. I know one person who's had the surgery who does not come and do any of this, and I can't imagine how they're making it. So, number 10, my final thing, it's never too late for a do-over, or dreamers never die. Never stop dreaming. Never stop wanting to make this happen for yourself. Whether you're pre-op, post-op, hit 3 months, hit your slump, hit 6 months, want to quit, say, how much longer do I have to do this? I'm sick of this. It's so typical for us to all hit these different phases and stages. We're all gung-ho for about 6 months, and then it's like, oh my God, do I have to do this forever? You know what? How bad do you want it? Because if you quit at 6 months, you have no idea how much further you have to go. That is the one thing I learned, if anything. I remember blogging, freaking out about hitting 147. No, I don't want to be any thinner than 147 because I was there before, and I was emaciated, and I looked like I had cancer, and I was awful, and I didn't like that body, and that wasn't me. Well, you know what? When I pushed through that lie, that self-fulfilling prophecy, the whole world opened up to me in a different way. I do not dislike my body. I know it's saggy, but you know what? I really like myself. I love getting dressed. I love buying clothes, even if it is at the thrift store. I love just having beaten this thing that's dogged me my whole freaking life. Since maybe the 3rd grade I started to blow up. And here I am at 53, from 8 to 53. I can still see and feel that little girl who wished and wished and wished so hard to go to sleep and wake up thin, which means normal, which means acceptance is good enough. And that, my friend, equals happiness like in a fairy tale. I was such a child of fantasy. I used to just pray to God and wish I could be normal, and that my body would be like other people, and so I didn't have to feel different. And then I could love myself, and other people could love me. That's what I used to tell myself. And it's funny when I think about it. It wasn't just the physicality of my need to be different. It was what that would make me feel about myself on the inside. Because inside, I was different. I was older than my peers in a lot of ways. My mind worked in a different way. I wasn't really, for what it's worth, whoever I was a complicated, needy child who did not get whatever it was she thought she needed enough of to feel good about herself. I was born that way. Nobody did anything to me that I can recall. It just, we're all born complicated, some less complicated than others. And so I had issues early on. But that little girl is 53 now. And she is much the same in her heart. But as much as I tried, I couldn't make those wishes come true for so many years. I had success in other ways. I found the unconditional love I was really looking for, which did lead to a 125-pound weight loss. Kitty, you just have to wait. Shush! Just a second. Come on. Be quiet. Anyway, back up. My husband. In my husband, I found unconditional love. And then through him, I found the unconditional love of God in a way that I couldn't before. And my view of God changed from the austere man sitting up in the heavens looking down at us to a very different impression of a loving God. So that led to a 125-pound weight loss in my 30s, but that didn't stick because I was still doing it for somebody else. As much as I wanted it and I enjoyed it the moment it happened, I wanted my mother's approval. I was looking for the blessing, the affirmation that I was finally going to be as loved by her as my other sister or my siblings or whatever it was. I never thought I could measure up to because I was the fat one. I was the one who butted heads with my mom. I wasn't the easy to get along with daughter who was tiny and petite and pretty and had long flowing brown hair. Hey, Nance. I just couldn't feel the love and acceptance or blessing from my mother. And that's what happens out of your brokenness. So you have to do this for yourself. I put all that weight back on. But at 53 or 50, 51, when it started to happen for me again, I knew I was worth it. You have to love yourself enough to know you're worth it. And you're doing it for you. And I tell you the truth, at my age, this is the key, ladies. If you're young, you don't get this yet. But when you hit 40, your metabolism goes totally out the window. 40, late 40s, kiss it goodbye. I dieted. I didn't eat. I did everything. I couldn't get that scale to move. This was the only thing that was going to work. And I wasn't going to let it get away from me. So I know now that you have to do it for yourself. And hence, I am back full circle on the list. I matter more than anything else. I matter. I selfishly want to live a life full with exuberance and health and family and friends and adventure. That is my mantra. And I want to live another 40 years to make up for all the decades that I felt ugly or fat or insecure that kept me from living my dreams and loving myself. And that's all I have to say about my first year. There's lots of other things. I bet you everybody here could make a video list of the things they thought they've learned the most important things they've learned. These are just some of them. So thanks for listening. Thanks for being in my life, even if it's through a technological way. I really value you. I appreciate you, and I thank you. I hope this helps somebody somewhere someday. You guys take care. I'm signing out. Sassy Sally, Cabernet Queen, 1 year later. Yeah, life's good. You can do the same. It's all up to you. Peace out.